What's up, everybody? This is Danny Trades. Just wanted to bring you a video. It is 12:29 a.m. right now, and I just got done back testing for 2.5 hours. I was gonna make this a whole video, but I just found out that my definitely not pirated version of Adobe Premiere is no longer working, so I'll have to see what I can do about some video editing software. But I've been talking about this a little bit. I just wanted to show you in my trading journal. Oh, that's the thumbnail for this video. Let's see, get your stuff together now. Alright, so this is a very, very simple strategy, and we wanted to back test it. I wanted to back test it to see what the actual win rate of it was. Just starting off very simple. We're definitely going to refine it, especially after you see the results. It's going to need some refining. But for our entry criteria, we have a leading buy signal on the trader's trend, which I'll go over that indicator in a second. And then we have, it needs to be at least in a support zone. Ideally, it should be in a very, very good demand zone. And then we want to be green on the bulls v bears indicator. So there's a bunch of bars on that indicator. You'll see in a second. We want one green bar, and then we're going to enter. Go ahead, it's okay to enter on the second green bar. Stop loss is going to be set at just below the recent swing low. And then what's going to dictate our target is that stop loss. We're just going to go straight up 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, and we're not going to think anything else about it. And just like I said, this is the first back test for this strategy. We're going to take, or excuse me, I did take 50 practice trades in market replay mode, and I made this nice little spreadsheet, but I don't want you to see the results yet. Basically, this is what our chart ended up looking like, but I'm just going to swing it over to a little bit a lighter version where it's not too marked up. But basically, this is the trader's trend indicator. It gives us these nice little buy signals whenever the MACD crosses over at a certain angle. This is really, you don't need this. I guess I don't need it, but I really, really like the psychological security this gives me to just be like, I don't have to search for that MACD divergence or convergence. It just says there it is, and that's all I have to think about it. That's totally cool with me. I like that a lot. There's other settings on this indicator, but that's the main reason of what I'm using it for. Also, when we cross over this EMA, it turns green, just to give us another paint by numbers signal as to this is it's bullish. So I like that a lot too. Down here we got our bulls v bears indicator. This just lets us know. I think it's a combination of volume mixed with area under the curve. And what I mean by area under the curve is if you look at this section right here, it closely matches that if you just shaded in this entire area right here. Just like, hey, if there was a moving average here and just followed this, what would be the area in between the moving average and the candles? So that just lets us know, are we kind of in a bullish trend or are we in a bear trend? So anyways, that's an example, and as you can see, we'll zoom out. I went all the way back to right after COVID. I just moved one of my support levels there, whatever, it's over now. And I just started testing. I took 50 practice trades. It took me over an hour and a half. So that's what we did. As you can see, all these positions were taken. I marked win and loss right above them. But anyways, you want to see the results? I want to see the results. In fact, I already did, but here they are. So we made this nice little spreadsheet. That's going to be all the way to your left. I made these other columns for the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 versions of this strategy. I noticed that when I first started off way back there, in 2019, 2020, whenever that was, I started on the charts. Got a lot of wins right off the bat. Then, of course, if you traded 2022, you know that it was bearish AF, and we took a lot of losses there. So what we came away with is 22 total wins, 28 total losses, the win rate of 0.44, which is 44%. Total profits was 65.26%. Total losses were 35.02%, and that means that we made overall 30.2 30.24% on any position or overall profit. So, not too impressive, that's for sure. But this gave me a lot of insight as to how I might improve this edge. Basically, obviously, all edges work better if they're a bull edge. They're going to work better in a bullish trending market. So I think that would be one of the conditions I would want to add to this, is only buys in a trending bullish market. And if I want to implement shorts on this edge, then we could do shorts in a bearish market, and that would just be a basic trend line identification. And then I also noticed that legitimate demand zones worked better than light support zones. It was very difficult for me to just like not take a trade in this practice session. Just like, oh, I can kind of see a support zone there, these little piddly support zones, but no, the big demand zones where there was a lot of sharp movement up and out of them, those definitely worked better. And also, just on, show an example here on this one of these last ones here, if we had a moving average turned on, which I did not for this testing, it would give us a little bit more insight, because where's this one? Oh, right here. So we want a leading buy indicator, right? So we got the MACD crossover giving us the buy flag there. And then we just had this long period of consolidation. It obviously needed to come down a little bit further. We had lower lows, higher low, higher low, higher low. That could also be something that I could work into the strategy, which I probably will. That's just kind of part of reading the charts anyways. It's not really wise to jump in at just guess at the low, right? Just we got a MACD crossover. But anyways, if we had this moving average turned on, I would be like, okay, I probably got screwed out of this one. If I decided to enter here, I got screwed out of that one. Maybe I would still be holding it. Yeah, I'd probably be okay if I took that one. It would be something like right here if I was following the edge. 2 to 1. Yeah, we would have won that. So that would have been no problem. But if I would have saw this moving average coming down here, getting closer, kind of creating a squeeze between the very strong support zone and the moving average, I know it's going to pop, right? It's got too much momentum. Everybody's going to see, oh, it's going to break through the moving average, and it has that support right there. So it's going to pop either way, but most likely that'll pop bullish. And so a moving average could be very helpful with this to layer on top of this strategy. So that's about all the notes I have. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I don't want to make this video too long. But that's about it. That is my first run on this edge. Like I said, it is just the foundation of it, and for just the first try, first basic, no specific exit criteria, no nothing, bare bones, I don't think this is bad. I really don't think this is bad. Hopefully I can get this up to 70% without adding too many conditions on it. But I just wanted to update you on how I'm forming this new strategy. This is one of the first times I'm actually recording data on win-loss rate. I've been avoiding doing shit like this for a very long time, so it actually feels good to be doing it, and I can tell that it's going to give me more confidence in my trading. So anyways, that's about all I have for you tonight. I hope you are in the green if you are trading, even though it's the weekend and we have Memorial Day off. But thank you very much for tuning in. We got our first subscriber this weekend, so thank you very much for that. Please like and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. God bless.